there, spooky friends. Hello there, spooky friends. Welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scaryish Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we are here to read you folks some homegrown horrors. Adam's going to tell us what those are. Tell us what those are.
Homegrown Horrors are the wonderful stories that you folks have sent to us and entrusted us to read to the listening and viewing audience. They can be stories that are paranormal, supernatural, sometimes true crime, sometimes coincidental where nothing actually happened, that you just scared yourself and it's hilarious. And anything in that nature. It can be something that happened to you, a friend, family member, any loved one, and they've let you know, hey, this is a pretty cool story, and you're like, that is a cool story, I'm going to send it over to Scaryish. And then you must force them, if it's their story, to listen to us read it. That way they can send us the rest of their stories. It's just a way that we can bring more people into this thing. Or if it's your story, thank you so much for sending it. No matter what, we appreciate it. Robin, if folks had a story like that to send us, where can they send it?
You can send it to our email, storytime@scaryish.com. You can also go to our website, scaryish.com. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there to check out, but if you go to our contact us page, there's a form. You just fill out that form and send it to us that way. And we also have a whole bunch of social media. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that fun stuff. You can check us out on there. Send us a message, all that fun stuff.
Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. Pretty good shit.
Okay.
I haven't said that in so long. I don't know why I stopped saying it, but I'm going to start saying it again. Quick mic adjust. Mark that, just in case. All right, so we have 4 wonderful stories for you. I assume they're wonderful. They were edited by Spooky Mom, so she didn't give the X-nay on any of them. They've got to be good. And I believe Robin is going to go first.
Okay.
I would say do your long one, and then I'll do my short one, and then we'll do commercial, and then I'll come back and do my long one, and then you can do your short one, and then we'll be done.
All right. Thank you for telling me how to do my job.
Sometimes you just pick randomly, so I'm just like, all right, let me make sure and give proper instruction, and then we'll be good to go. So, fun stuff, fun times, fun in the sun. Okie dokie artichoke.
All right. So this first email here begins, hey, you two.
Hello.
That's us. We're the two.
We are the two.
My name is Sophia, and I'm from Chicago-ish, Illinois.
I'm from Chicago-ish, Indiana, if you can believe that.
My mom and I love horror and spooky-ish things. Jesus. My mom and... Oh, God, I can't.
Your glasses are right next to you. Oh, they're in your hand. Never mind. I'll shut the fuck up now. Oh, I thought they were in your hand. They're right next to you, just so you know.
My mom and I love horror and spooky-ish things. She recommended your podcast to me, and I've been loving it. That is absolutely adorable.
Shout out to your mom.
That your mom was the one like, hey, you got to listen to this. Great. It's amazing. All you moms out there, you guys are awesome. I have a bit of a story with a bit of background to kind of explain it. It's a little long, and I'm writing it all down in one sitting, so I apologize for run-on sentences. What's hard for me about writing is I usually write how I talk.
Right.
So punctuation, not the best.
Or tons of commas. That's the other thing that people do is they put tons of commas in for all their vocal pauses. It's like one of the first things they teach you in 101 in like college, like don't write how you talk. And some people never get past it. So
I always put LOL.
My God, that's the worst. Please do not put abbreviations like that or emojis or emoticons into your writing.
In literature, yeah.
It's fine if it's an email to us. We don't care. But if you're like making an essay for school or something, leave that stuff out.
All right. I'm Muslim and we believe in things called jinn, which aren't ghosts but spirit beings who live among us. There are good and bad jinn. The good ones help you and the bad ones, well, they're the ones who act like assholes by pretending to be ghosts. At least that's how I interpreted it. What's funny is there are a lot of horror movies out there or supernatural shows like Supernatural
episodes
that cover jinn.
Right.
There's that game for Game Boy Advance. I don't know if you ever played it. Golden Sun.
I did play Golden Sun. I didn't get too far into it.
Where you actually use jinn. They're like part of your battle tactic or whatever. But it's really cool that we're getting an email about it because I honestly haven't looked into it that much. And I'm really curious. Thank you. When I was 9 years old, I went through a phase where I was afraid of everything. I saw a video game about zombies and I was convinced they were going to get me. During this time, I wouldn't sleep at night in my own bed and would crawl into my younger brother's bed, or I would sleep on my parents' floor. Amongst the fear of zombies coming to get me through the window, I always was afraid of, quote, the shadow stick figure guys, end quote, as I called them. I would see them everywhere, in the hallway, at the store, at my friends' houses, and even at my grandma's.
That's pretty terrifying.
Yeah, that is another story for another time, but if you guys are interested, I'll share it. Feel free to share it.
Start writing it right now.
They were tall and skinny and looked like they were made out of black mist. I would have dreams about them trapping me in a bubble and taunting me from the outside. At this time, my bed was right in front of my bedroom door. which I kept open at all times. See zombie and window thing. I would lay there and look down the hall, worried that the black stick figure guys were going to come down the hall and trap me. One night, I'd finally fallen asleep only to wake up and be stuck in my bed, what I now know is sleep paralysis. I was able to stare down the hallway and started to panic because the stick figure guys were in the hall and slowly moving towards my room. It felt like hours until I was able to move again. And that was when I screamed and cried to my parents, who were not happy. That night, my dad explained to me that Jinn are and... That night, my dad explained to me what Jinn are and that those were just the bad Jinn trying to scare me, but they couldn't hurt me because, quote unquote, God wouldn't let them.
Nice. That's a reassuring thing to tell someone, without a doubt.
Since then, I have been fearless of the dark and fearless of creepy things going on in the night and day. I don't see them very much anymore, but once in a while, I'll catch them out of the corner of my eye, and the fear just kind of creeps in all over again. Thank you guys for having a Storytime area open. I've been thinking about submitting this for a while, but was anxious. It feels good to finally have it all down in writing since I think about it all the time, and it's good to get it off my chest. You guys are great, and I hope you keep going strong. Sincerely, Sophia. Thank you much, Sophia, for sending in your story. That's really interesting that these were just things that you saw absolutely everywhere you went. Because it's on that level. They're not like just imaginary friends or whatever. They're freaking everywhere, and they're creepy looking. And it seems like mist figures are pretty common in a lot of different stories and things like that, where people just see these dark, just creepy looking figures. Yeah. The fact that you said stick figures too, right? Yeah. Like there were random dark stick figures. That just, I don't know why that makes me think, oh, those things must be the bad Jinn because they don't sound benevolent if they're like made of sticks. Just the way I pictured is like the tall man from Conjuring 2. It kind of looks like those things in the Blair Witch Project game. Oh yeah, that totally reminds me of that. But who knows, man? I always try and say don't judge a book by its cover because you never know whether or not something that's benevolent just might look hideous, like hideous in quotes, to what you think something would look like. I always say this, like angels could be hideous, like to the human eye, and we would see them and be like, oh my god, it's a demon, and they'd be like, oh, you dickhead, and then they'd leave you. So it's really interesting. I'd like to hear more of your stories. Please send in more. Yeah. All right. Let's take our first break, look over into Stream Chat, see the things that we've had redeemed. Let me go through these. All right. 37 minutes ago, Kayla E. Reads, or Kayla Ray Reads. Damn it. I can never say people's names right. Followed us. Thank you so much. Merlin Valor resubscribed 15 minutes ago for the 4th month with their own money, saying, hi-oh. Lady M resubscribed for the 9th month using their own money, says, woo! Love you guys. Smiley face. Spooky Flea resubscribed using Prime Gaming for the 5th month. Becca22211 subscribed for the 1st month, it appears. Thank you so much, Becca. Thank you. Welcome. Using their own money. Actually, Faison resubscribed using their own money for the 8th month. Said, woo! All year. Dre resubscribed for the 11th month. Said, hola, but I kind of wanted to read it. Holla. I don't know why. And Kill Yourself has followed us. What a wonderful name. So thank you to everyone who has followed, resubscribed, and is just joining us in general tonight. You guys are absolutely awesome. We really couldn't do this without you. Welcome. Thank you. Yep, that. If you want, I can actually open up this chat window right here. I don't know if it's small. That's tiny. Okay, that's what she said. All right. That's not what I say, but okay. Self high five. All right, scroll on to the top. Let's see who the first person was over in Twitch, because Twitch had the first viewers. All right, at the tippy top, it looks like I Am Beef Trainer was the first person here. It said, we are here making dinner, though. Glitch said, woo, and Badger Shell said, hi. I am now caught up on my little... Hopefully you guys are having fun making dinner, all that fun stuff. They're making steak. I saw that come across, and I want to know how you make steak, because I had a friend of mine reach out to me today with his steak recipe, which varies pretty significantly from mine, and Tom Colicchio's, just saying. So I'm very particular. I'm like salt and pepper. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be complicated. Depending on the apparatus you cook in, there's different ways you can cook things. So I'm curious as to what your recipe is. Also would like to point out that Emanon's down to, I think, 1,000 hit points, which means $5 dues will eliminate Emanon as the stream boss for the first time in like 2.5 weeks. Emanon asks, where is everything from our desk? So... We took everything off last week because it was just
Tons of clutter,
getting out of hand. I actually kind of like this way. Everything's super shiny, and it's clear, open, you know. I kind of like it like that.
I sat down and started to think, if we had an actual studio that wasn't a tiny office that we share.
I would want to have a shelf back here that had all this stuff on.
What would we have? I definitely wouldn't have anything on the desk. I wouldn't have anything on these sides. I would want to have stuff behind us like you're saying as well. And I was just like, well, do what you like. Try and match that vision that we talk about to what we have right now. And I was like, well, the first thing is to get everything off the desk. Eventually we'll find places to put like the picture frame of us at Winchester with the spooky friends and a few other things that are near and dear to our hearts, because they're
all the trash down in the corner there.
That's your corner, dog. That's all I'm saying. I hide my trash with the Scaryish pillow.
Well, I don't
scoot this up a little bit more.
I don't even put that stuff. That stuff's like paper towels and tissue boxes.
Well, that's been all over the floor, so don't blame me. There's just been paper everywhere. There's like notebook paper everywhere all over the floor for the last 2 days that I had to pick up, so. All right, Blanca Bella says, long time I am not in Alive. Thank you so much for joining us, Blanca Bella.
Laura Ann says, ooh, Robin looking smoking with that makeup and the hair is super cute too. Thank you. I wanted to actually do something with my hair last night, and I just was like, I started watching Hana Yori Dango, like the Japanese drama for Boys Over Flowers, and the main character has her hair like this, and I was just like, I totally want to do that. So totally vibing her character today. And yeah. And I actually was motivated to put makeup on for once because I haven't done it in months. And while I was doing it too, I was telling Adam, like, oh my God, I haven't done this in forever. I have no idea what I'm doing.
She nailed it. She looks amazing.
But yeah.
Akbar says, I can recognize names. I'm pretty sure it was in reference to the intro fighters. Vivian says, glad y'all are back. Akbar says, I missed y'all. We missed you too, Akbar. Jay Valor says, I forgot entirely until the notification. It's been a rough few days. Woot woot. We're sorry it's been a rough few days. Hopefully they are going to get better.
Let's see. I'm Dana says, Adam with a bit of peach fuzz on his face, I see. It's been a while since you've shaved, I guess.
Yep.
I didn't notice. ASB Bunny says, yeah, Robin, you're looking super fine. Almost as fine as Adam.
Aw, thank you.
With your luscious lips. You got some thick-ass lips, man.
Thank you. Vivian says, I just woke up from a 6-hour nap. I don't know if you can call a 6-hour nap a nap. That's more like you just slept again. I didn't get much sleep last night because I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and all of a sudden it was 2:30 a.m. and I had to get up at 7 a.m. Buffy will do that to you sometimes.
Thank you, everybody, for commenting on my makeup. I know I never do it, and I'm glad you guys think it's
amazing.
All right.
Beautiful.
Kat says they like the lipstick shade. It's one of the Urban Decay lipsticks, and it's actually one that has like Scaryish Podcast engraved on it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah, so it's my Scaryish lipstick.
Etsley says, yellow peeps. What up, Etsley? Thank you for joining us. Vivian said, my mom is so lucky because she is mentally and physically exhausted by the end of each day that when her head hits the pillow, she's out in like 2 minutes. It usually takes me up to 45 minutes. I will say that's not exactly a lucky thing, but a lot of times when I go to bed, I pretty much fall asleep as soon as I start trying to, so.
Let's see. I'm Dana says, is Twitch super laggy for anyone? I don't know. Let me see. Let me press play and see how this is for.
I don't show any lag on our end. I can tell you that I was watching a few streams today and I was getting some lag on a couple of them, so it just might be that connection. I would just recommend closing the channel, bringing it back up, and that should fix it. Etsley says, also, I just had my dream come true yesterday because I got top surgery. It's painful right now, but super worth it.
Oh,
Smiley
wow.
face.
That's
Congratulations.
awesome.
That's amazing.
That is a very big thing to go through, and you should be proud of yourself that you did it.
Yeah, and give yourself the time to recover.
Yep.
It's a major surgery. I know a lot of people are like, they start to feel a little bit better, and they're like, okay, I'm going to go do all the things I normally do. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Let yourself heal.
I'm Beef Train says, tomorrow we're cooking Polish kielbasa with sauerkraut and potatoes. Dude, that sounds really good.
I will say that sounds amazing, except for the sauerkraut. I just don't
mind
like sauerkraut.
I don't mind
it. It's just me, though.
Let's see. Cat Beatrix says, my Duolingo streak is currently 69. Figured Adam would appreciate it.
Nice.
What language are you learning? That sounds cool.
Vivian says, oh my God, Etsley, so happy for you. Just remember you are valid and lovely and deserve so much happiness. Jay Valor also said to Vivian, just watch the musical episode and you'll go right to sleep about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I was totally thinking about that episode the last couple days, in fact. It might be because Robin was singing it, though. She sings it randomly all the time.
What?
The Buffy the Vampire Slayer musical episode.
Oh, yeah, I do. I just did that the other day.
That's why I was thinking of it.
Because the musical episode, what song was it? I think it's like...
I Got a Feeling.
Yeah, that song. I was singing like every single line from that song, and I don't know what
Vivian
happened.
wrote, "Oh my god, haha, I've got a theory that it's a demon." Etsley says, "Thank you. I'm being taken care of by my whole family, so it's been nice." That's really awesome. Getting taken care of by your whole family is an amazing thing, and going through a major surgery like that, it's even nicer that they're taking care of you.
Let's see.
We're drinking rum and cokes, by the way, in case anyone was wondering.
Oh, where's the little window?
I had it up just a second ago, but it went away.
Everyone's talking about pierogies. I freaking love pierogies.
Fucking love pierogies.
Love pierogies.
Every culture has
Valley
a
Grove's
little
Redeemed
pocket. Like there's pierogies, there's pot stickers, there's gyoza, there's pastelillos from Puerto Ricans, and they're all like my favorite food from those cultures. It's just so good. All right, here's the Valley Grill's drink, and then we owe a high five for Glitch.
Tastes all right.
Mine tastes like watered down Coca-Cola, which means the bottom is going to taste like, oh, so much rum.
Mine tastes like rum for sure.
Yours has like maybe 15 to 20% rum.
Taste it though.
High five.
Becca says, long time listener, this is my first time watching on Twitch, still trying to figure it out. Thank you so much for joining us on Twitch, especially if it's your first time.
Just tastes like watered down Coca-Cola.
Oh man,
it's probably floating on the top. That's probably what got you.
But hopefully it's not a disappointment to you. We like to have fun on these episodes and kind of chit chat with everybody in the stream and make you folks a part of it.
I know story times are typically 30 minutes when you listen to them on Fridays. When we record them, they're
like an hour and a half.
At least 90 minutes. So it gives you an idea of how much. And at the end, we play a game, and if you win that game, you get some free merchandise. So a little bit of incentive. So we're so happy that you're here.
I'm What's for Dinner says, you also have trash sitting beside you, Robin.
Wow. Don't fucking touch me.
You know, I did that thing. I think I did that thing to my sister the other day where I accidentally threw trash and it hit her because she was sitting on the floor, and I was like, was Amy for the trash? Nailed it.
Such a good joke. Taylor said, y'all look so cute today. Thank you so much. A little bit of stuff to balance out the fact that I was just called trash. Jay Valor says, Robin, is that the limited edition shirt you waited in line for? LOL.
No. So that shirt I wore to work once. I haven't worn it anywhere else but work. It's in the laundry basket right now. This shirt and the shirt that I posted on Snapchat the other day are shirts that my aunt gave me, and I absolutely freaking love them.
That Harry Potter one's so fucking cool.
I love that Harry Potter one. And this one, my boss today was like, there's koi on your shirt. I was like, yes.
Why are you being so coy?
I'm in love with these shirts. I absolutely freaking love them. And so thank you.
I can't tell if I love those or if I'm in love with the shape of you.
There's no shape to it. It's like a boy's shirt. There's no shape. So.
You look good in it.
Unless potato's a shape.
Wow, that's really mean. Vivian says, my sister passed her driving test today. She's super excited. I remember the day I passed my driving test. I went home. My parents started fighting. I already had a broken down shit box of a car that ran. And I thought to myself, I'm not sticking around for this shit. And I got in my car and I drove away. And it was the most liberating feeling I've probably ever had in my entire life. So it's a big day.
Didn't have to take a driving test when I got my license. I got my license when I lived in Texas. And what they had you do, for me at least, was they sent you to driving school, took driving school, barely learned how to drive. They gave you a permit, like piece of paper thing. You took it to the DMV, and then the DMV handed you your license.
Wow.
I swear, like, that's
to
probably why I'm an awful driver, but
we had to do all these tests just for our permits. And then we had to do a written test where I think you had to get 45 out of 50 in Indiana when I was there. And then you had to pass your driving test. And the driving instructors were super strict. Like, if you did parallel parking, they would make sure you had to do it between two cars. Not like the one car thing where they're like, yeah, just do it here, whatever. And if you bumped the curb or had to start over, it was an instant fail. So
I can't parallel park. Never learned. Never had to learn.
And she had her license at 16. Terrifying.
No, I had my license at 18.
My bad. Vivian says, when I think about the zombie apocalypse, I think about how long I would survive. Let's be real, not long. Because I'm not that fast or athletic. I'm not very resourceful, and I eat everything. Wow. It's good to have self-awareness. That'll help you along in the zombie apocalypse. So,
Kat says, I miss showing off pretty lipstick. My eye makeup skills are non-existent. I am here for Scaryish lipsticks. I freaking love lipstick. If anybody wants to work with me and do some sponsorships, that'd be great. I love makeup.
Vivian says, I had an orthodontist appointment, found out I'm getting my braces off in 10 weeks.
Woo! Congratulations.
That's a big thing.
Yeah. Silly Snuggle Kid says, hey, Robin, you're so cute today. Almost missed tonight. Glad I made it. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everybody who's joined us today. You guys are absolutely awesome.
Everyone's being really nice. Jay Valor says, did you check your mail? In all caps.
Dang it. No, we have to do that.
Yeah, I knew you were at the post office, but I completely forgot.
Well, I have to drop off a package for our amazing patrons, Sam and Andrew, who are part of our monthly little box tier. And so maybe I'll check it when I drop that off.
Hopefully it hasn't been sent back. Taylor says, last week I won trivia because of your show. The question was about the Hollywood sign, and I knew the answer because of episode 136.
Nice!
I felt so smart, but all the credit goes to y'all. That is fucking
so
awesome. I'm so happy to hear that.
Let's see. Kat also says, Rob, to me, relearning mostly Spanish on that Duolingo app. I only try to learn it for Japanese so far. I kind of want to do Korean too, but so they're trying to relearn Spanish and picking up French. That is really freaking cool.
What's the app called?
Duolingo. It's like a free language.
That's the one where
app.
It's like, one, don't pick up the phone. You know he's only calling because he's drunk and
That's
alone.
Dua Lipa. I hate you.
It's like the same thing. It's a set of rules that are very important. Eve says...
I mean, I love her music too.
Yeah. Eve says, hey y'all, what up, Eve? Thank you for joining us.
I'm Beef Trainer says that their steak is perfectly rare. So jealous. I love steak. It's one of my favorite foods. Anniversaries, stuff like that. I'm like, steak restaurant.
Same
That's
here.
all I want.
Vivian says, Adam, you're the most handsome trash I ever did see.
Aww.
That's pretty appropriate. I appreciate that compliment slap. And Ghost Encounters over there in YouTube says, I love you guys. We love you too. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. I'm actually caught up on YouTube stuff, although a message did just come in from Vivian, so I'll let Robin read some shit, and then I'll read mine.
Serotonin MG says, I haven't been able to watch lives lately due to work, so I'm glad I caught this one. Yay! Glad you caught it too. And it's nice to see a bunch of people going back to work. I think that's absolutely awesome. Laura Ann says, can't do red meat. Sometimes I can't. It can't be like super duper rare, but I'm a very big medium rare person. Like lamb too. Can't be too well done. It's just...
My dad used to call me a carnivore because all I've ever wanted to eat was meat. Not dicks, like actual meat. I guess dicks are meat. And he called me a vampire because I've always wanted my steak like medium rare since I was very, very young. I used to get it like my dad got it. You know, well done, because my dad eats steak like a crazy person.
Laura Ann redeemed drink. Did you read that? I didn't.
No. My dad used to eat steak well done, so I get my steak well done. And then we went to a steakhouse, and I was like 7 or 8, and I saw someone eating it bloody. And I was like, what's that? And my dad was like, you don't want to do it like that. Like, it's really bloody. And my mom's like, well, maybe he wants to. So I ordered my steak medium, and I really liked it. And since then, he's just been, like, disgusted by me every time we eat steak together. I get medium rare nowadays.
I grew up in a big old meat family, so my parents used to always make steak for me. And my dad loves his steak, and we all love steak. It's a steak. Okay. Yeah. Kat says, Robin, your shirt's super cute. Thank you. I love it, too. Serotonin says, y'all took the switch seats off, I see. It was very hard
obnoxious.
to do.
It's really hard to edit that shit, too.
That's the thing. It's hard to edit.
Because when you move your mic, there's two things you can do. You can switch and not move your microphones, and the levels are totally fucked for that track, and it causes a lot of problems because you have to edit them down, edit them back up when we switch, and blah, blah, blah. Or you can just move your microphone, and that causes the microphones to spike when you set them down, and occasionally can throw the recording off. So just for a little while. Like, we're not going to do this. It's such a pain in the ass.
Valley Girl says, last drive time at driving school was your driving test for me. Now it's crazy hard to get a license here as a teen. Good. Yeah, that's a good thing.
I'm 35. Fuck teenagers. I get to say that now.
I'm Beef Trader says, what do Robin and Adam have to drink tonight? Adam made our drinks, so whatever he put in there.
Rum and Coke. And in Robin's case, rum and Coke. I made them the same.
I'm Beef Trainer says, wish we had some wine here. A tasty apple wine would be so good. I want to try meads. I've never had a honey mead or anything like that. I really want to try it.
They are very similar to wines.
Is it really?
Yeah. Vivian says, although, in addition to the zombie apocalypse comment, I don't have a lot of enemies, so I'd probably try and help out however many people I could so they wouldn't stab me in the back and maybe help me. That's a pretty good way to ingratiate yourself to a group. Glitchgram has resubscribed for the 14th month using his own money. Says, woo, I love you guys, and my diamond still LOL. Also, thank you, Glitch, for streaming with us. On my personal stream, we did 4-player Call of Duty on Saturday, I think it was. And we won, I think, 3 separate times in Plunder. It's pretty cool.
It's funny because as soon as Switch left, we started winning.
We switched modes, though.
Yeah, it wasn't VR anymore. It was Plunder. And I absolutely love Plunder. I am a plundering fiend. That sounds so gross. but I love that mode. Ew.
Jay Valor says, mead is great, but easier to drink than wine sometimes, meaning that hangover is awful. That's hilarious, and also very good to know.
I was doing says, found out I like medium rare on accident. Undercooked some steaks and was too hungry to care. I can totally vibe with that. Sometimes I'm just too hungry. I don't give an F. It probably tastes like not the best sometimes, but if I'm too hungry, I'm like, I know this pot sticker's not all the way done, but I'm gonna eat it anyway.
That's funny.
Let's see. Serotonin says, I should also say I changed my name on Twitch. I used to be Manly Grandpa, aka the person who gave Robin all the AC DIYs. Thank you so much. I haven't played Animal Crossing in like a month, and I feel really bad. I'm going to get back, and all my villagers are going to be like, I haven't seen you in forever.
August has been a pretty fucked up month, I won't lie.
It's been a dog's age, okay.
It's been a dog's age.
Why
I love
don't you
that
go
phrase.
into reading the next story? Because we could just keep doing chat forever. I'm
in love with the shape of you.
I'm in love with the shape of you, too.
You're a liar. Don't lie to me. Don't
My
touch
hand
me.
is so sweaty.
It is. Your knees are probably weak, and there's mom's spaghetti on your shirt or something like that. I can't remember. All right. Going to go ahead and move into the second email of the show.
All right.
Here we go. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move into the second email of the show. The subject for this one is, yes, you can read this on the podcast.
Thanks.
Smiley face. Solid subject. Appreciate it. Starts out like this. Hi, Robin and Adam.
Hello, that's us.
Hello. Just wanted to say that I love your podcast so much.
And
in
we
all
love
caps.
you for loving it.
Yeah, we do. This is a short story, but I thought it was spooky enough to share with the podcast. In January of this year, my family and I traveled to Boone to ski. We stayed in this cabin. One night, I wonder where Boone is. One night, my dad and his girlfriend were sleeping. They told me this story the morning after. They both woke up in the middle of the night to realize the TV was on. It was on static. And then in parentheses it says, spooky.
We should check if that movie is on Prime, the White Noise movie.
Okay.
Because it's all about like TV static and like things on the other side. That would be a good one for our if you guys don't know, Saturdays, we do watch parties on Twitch. And it's whatever movies are included in Amazon Prime. And so if
you have to have Amazon Prime to watch along with us.
If you folks have any horror movie recommendations that are on Amazon Prime, let us know. And then maybe you can join us on Twitch and watch it on some Saturdays.
Indeed. So, TV was on static. Spooky. I saw Static and I thought of the album Start Static by Sugar Cult and remembered I used to listen to that when I was 16.
Sugar High.
Man, that's a much better song than anything Sugar Cult's ever put out. All right.
Is Sugar Cult the one that did that song Memory?
I don't know.
Okay.
You always ask me about, like, did they do this song? And it's none of their singles. So I'm like, I have no idea.
Okay.
It's the songs I skipped over on the album. The email continues. This was extra creepy because they hadn't even touched the TV the whole time they were at the cabin. They hadn't rolled over on the remote or anything because the remote was still on a dresser on the other side of the room. They told me about this the next morning, and I was spooked out. Sorry if this story was really short. I love your podcast so much. You guys are literally the best. I hope you're both doing good. Stay spooky, Amelia.
Thank you so much, Amelia, for sending that story in. Yeah, the idea that this TV would just turn on its own, especially to static. It's very difficult to do that, I think, in this day and age when everything's run off HDMI.
Right.
So whenever there's no HDMI plugged in, it's not static. It just says no signal, right? So the idea that this thing flipped all the way to TV, and static is just super scary to me, especially because just static in general freaks me out. If you folks have watched Poltergeist, you could understand why.
God, I love that movie.
Or if back in the day your power went out and turned back on and your TV turned on to static at the loudest volume possible.
We talked about that one.
PTSD. But yeah. So thank you, Amelia, for that.
It doesn't matter if it's short. We always want to hear it, and thank you so much for sending it. We appreciate you. All right, let's read some of our chat. Obviously, it was a short one. Then we're going to go into our quick 60-second commercial break for some folks. Some folks don't wind up getting it.
Aw, Kat says White Noise is not on Prime.
Bummer.
That sucks. Which movie? We're on like one of the Jason movies?
We just finished Jason 4, I think. I don't know. I'll check. Vivian says, the other day I almost passed out in the shower because I slept in late and I'm never hungry when I first wake up. So it's 4 p.m. and I haven't really eaten anything. I started to get really dizzy. Make sure you eat.
Yeah,
that's very important.
And hydrate. Hydrating, especially in the summer, is very important. I'm very bad at it.
She's horrible at it.
And I feel the repercussions.
She constantly says, like, I haven't drank anything today. And I'm just like, you're going to walk around like a zombie. You're just going to be a husk soon.
I did drink stuff today.
Vivian.
Luckily.
Continued, I got out of the shower and it felt like I wasn't in full control of my body. As I walked out of the bathroom, I laid face down on my floor in front of my fan and thought, I feel like I'm dying. Yeah, hydration is important. Steven over there on YouTube says, hi, y'all.
Hello.
What up, Steven? Thank you for joining us. Jay Valor says, Adam, I listened to the new topic episode and kept trying to voice text. I was so confused when what I was saying wasn't typing. Turns out it was picking up your voice through Spotify.
That's
coincidence? Weird. That is super weird.
Sometimes technology freaks me out. Things like Alexa or Google Home and stuff like that. I know in our Discord, people were talking about it in our episode discussion channel about how they did not want any type of device, no Alexa, no Google Home, no anything like that, because it is always listening to you. And it's scary. The idea that there's something that's going to be there,
right.
Eavesdropping. And then they also brought up the Xbox Connect. We do have a... What do you keep looking at?
What do you mean?
Your
I'm
eyes
looking
keep
at your face.
flitting down, and I don't know what you're looking at.
Your lips look really nice. What do you want me to say?
Oh, God,
Just
okay.
keep going. Jeez.
So they talked about the Xbox Connect. I know we have a couple Xbox Connects, and they both are...
randomly turn on their own.
Well, they do turn on their own, but they're also all covered. We bought those stupid covers.
We have that shield, so if someone's hacking our shit, they can only hear us. They can't see us.
Yeah, what are they going to hear?
Lots of farting, most likely.
Last night, Adam kept... Oh, my God.
It's usually her. Saying.
It sounded like he had ducks in his pants. It was ridiculous.
I really should have grabbed a microphone and recorded it, because I could have sold the sound bites as like fart sound bite, and people would have been like, how did you get it to sound so realistic? And I would have told them, hummus. That's how.
Gross.
It's gross. It's super
I
gross.
love the hummus. But yeah, gross.
It says she ate peanut butter and felt better afterwards.
Oh, good. Laura Ann says, trying to figure out how to acquire steak tomorrow without spending all the money. You know what we like to do is go...
5-finger discount, y'all. Steal that shit.
Sales. If they're on deep discounts, you buy them and then you stick them in the freezer. Like when ribs are on sale, pork loin, stuff like that, when they're on sale at Smith's and they're like $9 for a huge thing, you just buy it because it's $9 and you put it in the freezer. When you're ready to eat it, you just pull it out and you got meat.
Whip it out, strap it on, you got meat.
But yes, so and plus, I mean, we do the food co-op thing too, so we have meat that way.
This is true.
Hold
Before we continue, do you want us to take a 60-second ad break? All right, some of you will get this, some of you will not. But we're going to take a 60-second ad break to get like 6 cents as of meow. All right, so some of you did not get it.
6 cents is better than no cents.
It's true.
6 pence. None the richer. What is
it's
that
nice.
one?
I don't know what saying that is. I think you're just making stuff up right now.
That one band that sings that one song. I think it's 6 pence none the richer or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember what song they sing. It's one of the big ones.
This is how everything is with her. That actress from The Thing. And then she blends people together. Like, she thinks the guy from 911 is HRG from Heroes, and they're two completely different actors.
They look very similar.
They're kind of similar. They're clean-cut white dudes that are in their middle ages.
Middle ages. They got knights in shining armor.
They're pretty. They look like they're through the Renaissance.
You know who's pretty? Zachary Quinto.
Zachary Quinto is pretty.
He is very pretty.
He's kind of scary pretty. He's angular. You know what I mean?
He makes a very good bad guy in Nosferatu and Heroes.
Yes, that's true. Although he doesn't wind up a bad guy for the entire time. They really ruin his character in that show.
What? Really? I've only ever seen the first season.
That's all you need to see. That's why I didn't show her any of the other seasons.
Okay.
All right. We should be back. It's been 60 seconds. So, Hiro Nakamura.
Okay. Scroll. Read. Becca says, hydrate or die is something a drill sergeant told me years ago, and I will always remember that.
Absolutely.
Serotonin says, hydrate or dihydrate.
Wow. Jay Valor says, they sing Kiss Me, first played for the movie Never Been Kissed. Interesting. Good to know.
Kat said, I snorted when Robin said sounded like ducks in his face. I'm Beef Trainer says, wanna make pierogies from scratch. That would be really freaking cool. Don't know how to do it. I've always bought them frozen. If you can do that, I'm really impressed. That's so crazy. Did we drink to Laura Ann's drink?
Yes, we did. We can do it again, though.
Yeah, I'll do it again.
Just in case. I'm pretty sure we've had 2 redeemed drinks we did. But we're going to do it again.
I'm What's Your Name says 3 ads. Earning y'all them dollar cents, yo.
That's hilarious. They got to pay us. They should have to pay us in dollars because there's a coin shortage, just saying.
You're ridiculous.
Scrolling. All right, I am caught up on the YouTubes.
Laura Ann says, wait, try pierogies? Have you never had them? I wonder if somebody...
I bit my lip really fucking hard, and it hurts.
Pierogies
Not now.
are great.
Like
Cheese pierogies, so good. So
all right,
good.
before we get into the next one, Jay Valor says, you know where they have pierogies? At the Texas Renaissance Festival. That's interesting.
Silly Snuggle Kid said, I spent years thinking Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman were the same person.
If it makes you feel better, when they got dressed up in the makeup for episode 1, Star Wars episode 1, their moms couldn't tell them apart. So
shut the front door.
I mean, she's literally supposed to be her body double because they look so similar. So they like got dressed up in the Queen Amidala makeup, and their moms were like, we don't fucking know which one you are.
Oh my god.
I was so into Keira Knightley for a while, and then I was into Natalie Portman, and my roommate was like, they're the same fucking person now.
No, I think Keira Knightley's more attractive.
I think Keira Knightley is more angular, and Natalie Portman, I don't know. She's not curvy. That's not something you call someone that's
Keira Knightley's teeth.
Okay. Good to know.
Have you ever noticed?
No.
How she smiles and talks and stuff? You see her teeth?
I haven't seen her in a lot since like Pirates of the Caribbean, so. Okay. Vivian says, question of the week, if you choose one famous monument to be able to see from your house or apartment or wherever you live, which monument and why? It's a weird question, but I kind of like it.
You know that big building in Chicago with the diamond?
Yeah.
That.
Cool. The funny thing about this is that you could just move to a place that has that view. If I'm moving a monument to just be like outside my window, I don't know. I'd probably want to look at the Statue of Liberty. I think the Statue of Liberty is amazing. And I'd like to just drop it into like the empty field across the street from us and just be like, yep, Statue of Liberty is in Vegas now. Ironically, there's a Statue of Liberty in Vegas. It's on the Strip, so.
Yeah, I like that big old building in Chicago because it reminds me of Adventures in Babysitting.
Yeah, that movie's so good. Jay Valor says, Keira Knightley isn't even recognized in the cast credits. It's so fucked up. Also, there's this really good documentary that I heard about.
That's messed up.
About, what's his face? His wife. George Lucas's wife. Who didn't get any credits at all at first. I think she won with credits for writing Star Wars Episode 5 and Star Wars Episode 6. And she was a big part of why those movies were so great, and she just got cut out. So I really want to listen to it because it's supposed to be fucking fascinating.
Serotonin redeemed drink.
Got it.
Glitch says, work needs to stop bugging me during spooky time. Iams Dinner says, I bit my lip in sleep last night, woke myself up, it sucked.
It's the worst when you do it in your sleep because you're like, I can't trust my body to be autonomous. What the fuck, body?
Serotonin says Natalie has softer features, which is totally true.
Yeah, I agree.
Keira Knightley is much more angular. But I don't know why. Maybe I like them angles.
Okay. Cool. I think they're both beautiful and talented.
Yes.
So
yeah.
There you go. I'm pretty sure Natalie Portman has an Oscar. I don't think Keira Knightley does. I know she was nominated for Pride and Prejudice. So I can't remember the rest, though.
I only really remember Pride and Prejudice, the one that has Colin Firth in it.
They've made that movie so many fucking times, dude. All right. I'm caught up. Are you caught up?
Yeah. Also, Pride and Prejudice is a book. So
I know. I'm very aware.
So
thanks for that, dickhead. All right. Let me go ahead and mark this. We're going to bring it back. We're going to do the next one.
Bubbles in my throat. Yeah. We got froggos. Froggies. Frogs.
I'm going to read now. All right. So I'm going to move on to my second and the third overall email for the show. Subject for this one is, you can read this on the pod. Guys are killing it tonight. It's not the same email, I swear. Starts out like this. Hey there, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello. See, I went first this time. Last time it was Robin and Adam. My name's Rachel. I'm 22 years old, and I love y'all's podcast. Thank you so much.
For some reason, I was like, no, your name's Adam.
Wow. A friend told me about you guys back in November, and I've been listening and getting caught up ever since. I live in Central Florida and work as a neuro ICU nurse at night. Holy shit, that's intense. So I get to work through the witching hour. Smiley face. This might be a long one, so strap on, Robin. Insert laughing emoji. She's drinking right now, and I'm really glad she didn't do a spit take all over the equipment. Anyways, here's a story about a ghost I was living with last year. My ex-boyfriend, we'll call him Bob, so I'm not typing my ex over and over. Please know that's not his actual name. It's obviously totally Bob or Robert. And I were together for 6 years.
Dang.
But we broke up. Don't worry. I'm fine.
Okay, good.
The last year or two of the relationship, I lived at his house with his mother and older brother. They owned 20 acres of farm surrounded by trees, so it was pretty peaceful.
20 acres
a
is
lot of
a
acres.
lot of acres.
Yeah. Before I met them, when Bob was about 5, his grandpa on his mother's side, Old Pappy, as they called him, had suffered from Alzheimer's and went to live with them so his mother could take care of him, as her own mother couldn't do it anymore. He would sometimes wander down the road trying to go to church or play tricks on his grandchildren, which was Bob and his brother, as they were fairly young at the time. Old Pappy and Bob were known to get into trouble. They were partners in crime. Eventually, I keep saying Old Pappy, it's Old Pap. This is my bad. I'll mark that. Maybe I'll circle back. Hang on, let me isolate this. Old Pap. Let me do another one with a different inflection. Old Pap. Cool. Fucking nailed it. You're welcome, everyone that's watching live. Eventually...
Editing magic.
Yep. Eventually, Old Pap passed in the house, still a long time before I met Bob. He actually went while sleeping in the room that eventually became Bob's dad's. I remember telling them my stories, fucking damn it. I remember them... Don't laugh.
Sorry.
I remember them telling me stories about Old Pap, his ghost, fucking with them randomly, little things like making the DVD player spit the DVD out over and over while you're trying to start a movie until you finally yell, "Damn it, Old Pap, knock it off," and it would stop. Or Bob's dad saying that sometimes he would feel someone get into bed next to him, but when he turned around expecting to see Bob's mom, no one was there.
That's creepy.
You could see the indent in the bed like someone was laying there. That's terrifying.
If horror movies have taught me anything, it's going to be a really creepy looking corpse.
Oh my God. I would just laugh thinking they were bullshitting me because I spent a lot of time at the house alone. While everyone was at work, I would be home studying as I was in nursing school. There were days where I would feel uneasy and I'd get sketched out, so I would have a shotgun in every room I planned to be in that day. Bedroom, kitchen, laundry room, living room. We had a lot of guns. And yes, I have experience with guns and gun safety. I wouldn't just pick up some random guns. Half of them were mine anyways.
Shotguns are not cheap.
No, they're not. But hopefully they're loaded with rock salt so you can fight the ghost.
Or the flies. Have you seen it? Those rock salt guns?
Yeah, you can.
Those are so cool.
I mean, if you're using an actual shotgun and rock salt to kill a single fly, that's kind of overkill. But effective. Bob's mom would come home and laugh because she knew what feeling I was talking about and said it was just Old Pap watching me. I still didn't believe them until one day I was cleaning. No one was home but me and the dogs. I was in the bathroom scrubbing the shower with my back to the door. I knew I left the door wide open because the fumes always made me lightheaded, so I needed fresh air to come in. I heard a knock on the door like maybe the dog hit it with her butt, in parentheses, she didn't have a tail, like she sometimes did to get attention to go outside, if I didn't hear her whining first. But I walked out and saw the dog sleeping under the kitchen table across the house, so I shook it off, went back to cleaning. Soon after, I was about to stand up and turn around to leave when the door slammed shut behind me. I was so shaken I put everything I was holding in my hands down, opened the door, and walked straight out of the house, calling the dog to come with me because I was so scared and maybe she could protect me, ? LOL. But I went to the front porch, which was really like a deck. It went down the length of the front of the house and had a section of stairs in front of the front door. I usually would sit there to get fresh air and look at the big oak trees in their front yard. The porch was also covered by a tin roof to match the rest of the house, and the roof had rafters that I used to hang the mop on to dry when I cleaned, and usually the mop sat above to the right, so the steps I sat on. Holy shit, that's a really good description. The mop was hanging there when me and the dog sat at the steps. I got on my phone to call Bob, but before he picked up, the mop went flying off the porch and into the front yard like someone threw it. There was no wind and no one else touched the mop. Also, no one was home. I would know because you can see the driveway through the front windows of the house, so when someone pulled in, you would see them from the kitchen. Anyway, so I just felt like I needed to yell out the magic words, "Damn it, Old Pap, knock it off," but I couldn't even yell. It was like a mumble at that point. But he stopped messing with me after that, so I guess it worked. Sorry that was such a long story, but I hope it was interesting for you guys. It absolutely was. Like I said, you can read it on the pod if you want. Smiley face. I have other stories like one about my dream where I sat at a bar and the devil is the bartender. Weird. I know. I'll have to type that one out one day. Love you guys. I hope all is well during these rough times. Stay safe out there.
So when I imagine the devil being the bartender, I imagine the devil from Futurama.
Wow. I was totally imagining Tom Ellis. I think it's Tom Ellis from Lucifer.
Oh, from Lucifer? Yeah. I could see that one
He seems like he would be a nice bartender.
Okay, yeah.
So.
I just imagine the robot devil and him just being absolutely ridiculous over the top. But yeah, no, I think being, I don't know, visited by this particular ghost and, him being just this
prankster.
It's
like, I'm going to scare you. Like, I'm going to scare the shit out of you. But once you get mad, I'll leave you be.
But throwing a mop is kind of scary.
Slamming a door is kind of scary too. But like, if this was stuff that was happening from a person who was alive, you'd be like, why are you being a dick?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be something you were scared about. You'd just be annoyed. So he crossed over, decided to continue these antics. They become more frightening because you can't see anyone. But once you yelled at him, he was like, fine, whatever. Go back to cleaning. So I think it's a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sending it in. We want to hear the other stuff. It was wonderfully written. We never care if they're long. That was fantastic. So definitely thank you so much. I want to hear more of your adventures, I suppose.
In babysitting.
Right on. All right, let's look over in the stream chat, see what you folks had to say, see if you folks liked that one. Saw a lot of chat going by in the corner of my eye, so we'll see what it's about.
All right.
I totally bit the shit on my lip, and it hurt so much.
Awkward Artist Play says, Adam be looking 10 years younger.
Thank you.
Nice. But I can't imagine 10 years younger. You'd be 25.
That's how old I was when you met me. Well, I was 27, 26, 27, somewhere around there.
My God. Jesus. We've been together too long. Get out. All right. Oh, my God.
We'll end her.
I feel so old. Okay. Scroll.
Jay Valor says, Robin, do you tend to find androgynous persons more attractive? It's kind of a weird question.
When you say women that are, yes, I do. If you think about it.
Fuck me, I guess.
Well, I mean, okay.
Don't touch me. I've had enough of this for this episode.
Like freaking Robert Pattinson in Twilight. Not the first Twilight, but like the third movie, Twilight. Not New Moon. Still kind of looked weird. When he was more mature looking, but he still has those feminine, like really feminine features. I think he's really attractive.
Fair enough.
Or like women, like the one from, God, that Keanu Reeves movie.
Tilda Swinton.
Not Tilda Swinton. Not Constantine, but what
other Keanu Reeves movie with an androgynous woman?
His dog gets murdered.
Oh, Ruby Rose, or what's her face?
Yeah.
The chick who played Batgirl or Batwoman, whichever one it was.
Her. I think she's incredibly attractive.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you asked, but yes. Okay.
Vivian says, I set a one-time alarm to wake me up at 7 right before I went to bed, but I didn't check the volume of the alarm noise, so I woke up from 4 hours of sleep by a blaring alarm that my neighbors could probably hear. That sucks.
Silly Snuggle Kid says Pride and Prejudice is back on Netflix.
Not watching that fucking movie again. The Only Spectral says, hey guys, what's up?
Well, hello. A lot of people are talking about how they love Pride and Prejudice. IMB Trainer says the Colin Firth one's the best one.
Agreed. Only Spectral says, I was just listening to you on a trip. Hopefully the trip went well.
Yeah, hopefully it went well. Becca says, anybody know any good air fryer recipes? We actually have a food channel in our Discord if you want to go there and ask for some recipes over there. Indeed.
There's some really good ones out there too. Like we've made wings in the air fryer that are really good.
Actually, Faison says the salt guns for flies are awesome. Serotonin says, cannot stay up late. I'm exhausted, but I miss you guys. Wanted to pop in. Gonna go to sleep. Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sleep well.
I'm Mystery says, try to get into Pride and Prejudice, but just couldn't. Hate Victorian era, everything. It definitely takes time to get used to, I think, if you're not into that on the get-go, like Downton Abbey type stuff. I love Downton Abbey too. I've only watched the first 2 seasons though.
52DZ said Ruby Rose. Jay Valor said John Wick.
John Wick, that one, yeah.
Jay Valor says, I asked because Keira Knightley has angular features, i.e. she can pull off androgyny.
Oh.
I said androgyny. That's right. Okay, whatever. The Only Spectre says, I have a story that I'm sending in. It should be spooky. We look forward to getting that. We look forward to reading it. We always like getting stories. I always get excited when I see, like, in the corner of my computer while I'm working, like, we received an email into the Storytime email address, and I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, we can still have Storytime episodes. It's a good feeling.
Glitch says, what one is she talking about, the sparkly one or the dog man? Robert Pattinson's the sparkly one.
They're called the cold ones in that movie, Glitch.
He's Batman.
He's the new Batman. And I won't lie. Batman. That trailer fucking slaps.
Yes.
That is an amazing trailer. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be jazzed up for another iteration of Batman. And then in 1 week, I found out that Ben Affleck's coming back in the Flashpoint movie. Michael Keaton's in the Flashpoint movie, which I already knew. And then they dropped the trailer for the new Batman movie and was like, holy fuck, my bat boner cannot be harder right now.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like, when he's beating the crap out of that guy and he's like, I am vengeance.
When he hits him on the ground, I was like, that was unnecessary. This is a young, angry Batman. My nipples got hard in the shape of the bat symbol. And I was like, this can mean only one thing. I can't wait to see this fucking movie.
Thank you so much to Ghost Dunk for donating 100 bits. They said the actor playing Batman has never been the problem in any Batman movie.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true, because even the Clooney one, which was a hardcore piece of shit, was not his fault. That was just a horribly written movie, a horribly filmed movie. Everything about that movie sucked balls.
So Colin Farrell in this new Batman looks just like that comedian actor. I just saw...
Dua Lipa.
No.
Pick up the phone,
but they could have just hired that guy to play that character if they were going to make him...
Colin Farrell he's already had a really good career, and he is just slowly, as time goes on, turning into one of the greatest living actors. I swear to God, everything I see him in, I absolutely fucking love him. Like, people were, like, kind of angry that they switched over from him to Johnny Depp between Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2, because they liked him so much in that movie. Mm-hmm. And they're like, yeah, Johnny Depp's great and all, but, like, Colin Farrell was fucking awesome in that movie. So he looks nothing like Colin Farrell as the Penguin, as Oswald Cobblepot. Yeah. He's gonna fucking crush it, and the fact that he's like not the Penguin yet means he's gonna be a character that's gonna be at least in the second one, because you know they're always gonna do a fucking trilogy.
The Penguin runs for mayor or whatever, right?
It just depends. It depends on what storyline they're using.
All right.
So the director,
because you said the mayor dies in this.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
speculative.
I'm speculating that the mayor dies.
So if the mayor dies in this movie, that leaves an opening.
There's a lot of people who run for mayor in different variations. Like Bruce Wayne runs for mayor in one of the variations. So he just decides that if he can get away from Batman, maybe he can make all these changes politically because he has so much influence, and then he can just beat the shit out of anyone who stands in his way.
Here's a chat about Batman.
Jesus. I fucking love comic books, dude. There's so many over here. It's insane.
Let's see. 52DZ said Ruby Rose. I really do love her. I think she's absolutely attractive.
I was very sad that she backed out of the show.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever she needs to do for her, fucking do it.
52DZ says, I've been here just wowing. I hope that means World of Warcraft. 52DZ says, I love Pride and Prejudice.
Steven over there on YouTube says, oh my god, yes, I want to see Batman. It just looks so good.
Laura Ann brought up Les Mis. Have never seen Les Mis. Know nothing about it, but I know it's depressing as fuck, and I don't want to watch it. Depressing
is the word that took it right out of my mouth.
Glitch says, Emo Batman's going to be good, maybe.
He totally looks like Emo Batman. He 100% does. The movie looks very dark. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to wind up being rated R. So I'm so excited about that. Like, a rated R Batman is just what Batman should wind up being.
Awkward Artist Play says, please never say Bat Boner again. I'm Western Air says,
Bat Boner, Bat Boner, Bat Boner, Bat Boner.
I'm Western Air says, please always say Bat Boner.
Yeah.
Glitch says, how dare you? Bat Nipples is a great trash movie. That one's Batman
Forever is a great trash movie. We rewatched it.
And
totally fucking holds up.
It's still good.
We were watching. I was like, this movie sucks. I hate the camp. Then Jim Carrey shows up, and I'm like, he's too over the top. And then the second scene with Jim Carrey, I'm like, nah, he's just about right. And then the third scene, I'm like, he fucking makes this movie every scene he's in.
The bad part about that movie is the guy that plays Dick Grayson. I cannot stand how he plays that character.
Chris, what's his face?
Yeah, he's in NCIS or whatever now. NCIS Los Angeles or whatever.
He was in Scent of a Woman when he was super young. I think that's what got him into Batman Forever.
I just think he's just not the best for that
he's
role.
Also supposed to be much younger.
And the lines in that movie, like holy rusted metal Batman, like how cheesy is that? It's so.
Ghost Dunk says this Batman fucks.
God.
I'm sure he does, dude. I can't wait to see Tenet too. Robert Pattinson slowly pulling himself out of that thing where he was being ridiculed for being in these stupid movies, and now he's in like The Lighthouse. He's in a bunch of other movies. We get to see Tenet soon, which is a Christopher Nolan thing, which is probably going to be
want to watch Tenet.
Weird but good. And then he's going to be the new Batman.
52DZ says bat symbol nipples should be covered on your insurance. Ghost Dunk says Danny DeVito is my mayor Penguin.
It's really hard to top Danny DeVito as Penguin, but like it's because so many of our interpretations of who the Penguin is shaped by Danny DeVito, you know? Yeah. Because in a lot of iterations, he was just a normal looking fucking dude with a monocle. He looked like the fucking Monopoly Man, you know? Except the Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle. That's a Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Just keep on with your point, please.
No, we got to get off this Batman thing because we could just talk about Batman for the rest of the fucking show. I love Batman. Don't know if I mentioned that.
All right, I'm going to read my last email of the night.
Let me mark it. It's been marked. Let me take a drink.
Okay. Oh, did someone...
No.
Okay.
Just thirsty. Cheers to Batman. Cheers to Robert Pattinson.
I love Robert Pattinson in his more serious roles because he deserves more attention in those things, like how he's branching out from, teen angsty vampire dude.
I just appreciate that writers and directors are giving him a chance to show the fact that he's a talented actor. And one of my least favorite things, this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, and we're going to read this next fucking email. One of my least favorite things is the fact that people complain that actors are always typecast, and then when people are cast in a role that they're not used to seeing them in, those same people will bitch. It's the same people that saw Heath Ledger was the Joker, and they're like, he can never do this.
I remember when 50 Shades came out, and everyone's like, not my Christian.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, let an actor be an actor. If they're not a great actor, then it's going to show. But if people trust them to take on that role, let them do it. Like, I think Henry Cavill's a great actor. I've said it for a very long time. So when they cast him as Geralt of Rivia, I was like, fuck yes, perfect casting. And I got into so many Facebook arguments where people are like, he's not going to be good. This guy can only play Superman. And I was like, what have you seen him in besides that? Have you seen him in The Tudors? Have you seen him in Count of Monte Cristo? Then shut the fuck up. And those same fucking people, a week after that show came out, were like, this show's amazing. And I was like, suck my balls. You talk so much shit about him.
All right, let's get into the next email. Last email of the night.
Not talking about Batman anymore. It's just going to be Witcher stuff and Henry Cavill from now on.
This is just... All right. Fucking never ending.
You sound drunk. Fucking never ending.
I'm just annoyed with your bullshit.
She's going to beat me after this, so...
This last email of the night is titled My Haunted House. Love it.
Solid subject.
Putting our toes into, or dipping our toes. We have a taste of what it's going to be about.
We're strapping on.
Hello. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I'm not supposed to say anything when you say Jinx, I'm pretty sure.
I have recently discovered your podcast and have been chugging away from episode 0 on Spotify. I figured I would share one of my stories now, and I might get to hear it when I get caught up. Feel free to read it on the podcast. This is it. This is the podcast. It's here. So,
this is your story.
When I was 10, my family moved to a small oil field boomtown in North Texas, but by the time we moved there, it had been over for several decades, so it was a sad little town. The only house we could live in was one built in the 30s that had old-style wooden floors. This will come into play later.
Uh-oh.
Almost immediately, I had a bad feeling about my room and did not want to sleep in it. Throughout the day and early evenings, we would also hear what sounded like car doors slamming in the carport, which is like the driveway.
Right.
But there was never a vehicle there. And I can totally imagine this happening where you're sitting there and the exact sound of the car door slamming. I think that's absolutely strange that you would be hearing that and there's no car there because it's a very distinct sound.
Right.
For Christmas that year, my grandparents came to visit and I gladly yielded my room to them and camped out on the living room couch.
Take my terrifyingly haunted room, Grandma and Grandpa. Enjoy.
That night, I heard someone walking down the hall. See, I told you the floors had come into play. So they heard this person walking down the hall and then into the living room where they stopped in front of the couch. I reluctantly opened my eyes and no one was standing where the steps stopped. That is why when I wake up out of nightmares, I do not open my eyes because there's that fear there, and you're braver than I for having opened your eyes. I would never do that. That's absolutely terrifying. Come summertime, we were moving back to my hometown and my dad had moved first, leaving my mom and myself at the house. My mom was at work.
Smart guy.
What the fuck?
Just kidding.
That's such a piece of shit thing to say. My mom was at work and I was home alone when I heard the usual phantom car door slam, followed immediately by a violent rattling of the locked front door. I grabbed my dad's 1911 pistol and raced to the front door, but no one was there.
Lots of people are strapped this episode, I'm just saying. It's impressive.
I suppose out of a foolish sense of bravery, I decided to walk around the house to see if anyone was there or not. I can only imagine any passersby's thought, Nope. I can only imagine what any passerbys thought on the matter as they saw a 10-year-old boy walking around the house.
Christopher Walken. She's gonna murder me, y'all. Oh God, I should stop talking.
Walking around the house with a giant. Fuck! Damn it!
Have a drink. Wet your whistle. It'll make you feel better.
I suppose out of a foolish sense of bravery, I decided to walk around the house to see if anyone was there or not. Wait, did I already read that?
Yep.
Shit. Fuck. Oh, God. Hold on. I can only imagine what any passerbys thought on the matter as they saw a 10-year-old boy walking around a house with a giant pistol in his hand. No one was found, and when we finally moved out, my mom admitted to me that she had sensed something in the house as well.
It's like, we're gone now, so I'm going to tell you, we were in danger.
I have a couple of other stories, and will try to share my encounter with a malevolent entity with you later. Thanks, Josh. Thank you so much, Josh, for sharing your story. That's really creepy that your mom later on was like, no, dog. There was weird stuff
There was
happening.
something going on.
The fact, though, that I don't know why parents do this, but they hide these things from their kids, and their kids obviously feel something.
Right.
And sense something strange.
Lots of parents think they're protecting their kids. Like, that's something they're doing to protect their kids. I think some parents out there think that if they keep them unaware, they won't be as scared. Or possibly, if they keep them unaware, they're basically bait, and they can get away when the demon captures their kid. So that's just another way to look at it. But I don't know. I want to hear the rest of your stories. I want to hear about this malevolent entity that you have referenced. So please send us the other story. And that way, when you catch up again, you can hear us read that one. So
nice.
Thank you so much for sending that in.
Thank you.
All right. Going to read YouTube chat. Then when I'm done with that, I'm going to get marbles on stream set up. If you're new, what we're about to do, since we're done with the stories, is play a little game. If you're in Twitch, twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast, you can participate by just typing 5 letters. And it gets you a marble on the stream that will race against other marbles, and whoever finishes first gets a sticker that Robin can curate. You can go to Robin's Kawaii Corner. We'll post a link in the chat. You can go there, pick your sticker if you win, and let us know a mailing address to send it to, and we'll send it to you for free. So, fun stuff. We do 2 races, which is 2 shots to win. So let's check out YouTube stuff, and then I'll hand it over to Robin and start getting marbles set up. It looks like I only have one thing in YouTube. It was Jay Valor, and Jay Valor said, did anyone forget that he was Cedric Diggory? No. It's my favorite part of Harry Potter.
Yeah, he always
when Cedric
says
Diggory
that.
dies.
He always says that.
I say that as a joke to annoy Robin, but realistically, the murder of Cedric Diggory is when that story changes from like this kid's tale where they're combating like dark forces to like, no, shit's about to get really fucked up. Like, this kid's been murdered. It's horrific. Everyone sees his dad have a breakdown over his son's body. It's really a fucking intense moment that you do not expect until that goes down. And then everything goes off of it. Order of the Phoenix is my favorite Harry Potter because it's so fucking sad. It reminds me so much of Empire. You have like the horribly sad moment at the end when, you know, obviously I'm giving away Harry Potter spoilers or whatever, but you can't forget Cedric Diggory as Robert Pattinson. It's like so important that you have this character that everyone's in love with.
And his cheeks were so effing red that
red.
whole movie.
They were so red.
I don't know why they didn't put makeup on those.
I think they liked
cheeks.
that it made him look young and nervous, you know? It's just like, it looks natural. He's a kid. He's in school. He's one of the Triwizard champions. Let his cheeks be red and rosy, you know?
Yeah.
So.
All
right. Now I'm going to get marbles on stream set up. No more talking about movies.
Oh, well, okay. Well, 52DZ says, Michelle Pfeiffer is the best Catwoman.
It's a hot take, but I agree with you.
I agree. I think Halle Berry is probably one of the worst. I cannot stand her as Batwoman or Catwoman. Batwoman, Jesus. Yeah, I don't think she made a very good Catwoman movie. That movie was hot cabbage.
It was absurd. Halle Berry, though, keep in mind, Academy Award-winning actress. So.
All right, scroll. People are talking about strange things about Batman.
Did you know Michelle Pfeiffer in her suit had to be vacuum sealed into it so it would be like as tight as possible?
Wow.
And they had to keep her scenes when they were shooting, like, I think at 10 minutes they had to release it or else she would pass out.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
I
dedication
did not know
to a
that.
role. Also, just saying this hot take, Michelle Pfeiffer, I am 35 years old. She's been hot my entire life, and that has not changed. When she was in Ant-Man and the Wasp, I was like, holy shit, she is still super hot. Don't know how she pulled that off. Good work.
Sold her soul to the devil.
It's got to be. There's no other way.
Laura Ann says, clearly the booze will help Robin read the email. Absolutely. You're killing it. Merlin Valor says, Robin, it's because you've seen him glittering too much. I love watching the Twilight movies over again. I don't know why. I just do. They're horrible, horrible movies, and I point out how horrible they are every single time, but I still go back to watch them again. Same thing with 50 Shades. And Adam had no idea 50 Shades is Twilight fan fiction. He was like, what?
Okay, I had no idea 7 years ago when it first came out. It's not like I just learned this. I've known this for an incredibly long time now.
La 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 la. Oh gosh.
Okay.
And Beef Trainer says, sorry, I was playing with chocolate ice cream, a banana, and fudge. Sounds like an amazing Sunday. I'm Beef Trainer says, why does
I was
Adam...
like, it's Tuesday. What's she talking about?
Why does Adam... You're so stupid.
All right, go ahead and type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with your track. Go ahead and finish your sentence.
I'm Beef Trainer says, why does Adam know this stuff about Catwoman and Michelle Pfeiffer? Adam is this really, really strange person where he knows so many facts about movies. It is insane.
I really do love movies.
It's crazy how many little tiny facts he knows about the strangest movies. And I kind of find that endearing.
Oh, well, I hope so.
Kind of. I'm Westerner says the Harry Potter movies are bad too, at least when compared to the books, but we still keep watching them again. I think when it comes to the Harry Potter books versus the movies, I agree. The books are so good.
It's like every other thing where you just...
It's easier to just watch the movies than it is to go back and read the books over again.
The books are always better because the books are so much more detailed, and when you watch a representation of a book in movie form, they leave out so much.
Yes.
They're going to leave out something you loved.
There are some scenes in the Twilight books that I really like that aren't in the movie, and it's super duper annoying because the movies are so fucking trash.
Wow.
But yeah, anyway.
Not a lot of votes, folks. You know how this works. It's tied right now. It's going to wind up being a random selection unless we get those votes in, because right now Multi-Lane Madness has 2. It's tied with Cosmic Chaos, tied with Twisted Toothpick. Holy shit. The vote, actually, it's not that there's not a lot of votes. The votes are just really, really spread out. So, keep voting.
You know what? I haven't messaged my sister about marbles in a super long time. Hold on.
Oh, man.
I'm Westerner says, I almost didn't read Aragon because the movie was so bad. I remember when Aragon first came out, and I think my mom bought it for me from Costco or something, right? And I read it, and I was not expecting to like this book, but it turned out to be so stinking good for a young adult book, young adult fantasy. Highly recommend it, especially for if you have, preteen kids, young kids, teenagers that are into that stuff. Aragon is a really good book. Just skip the movies, but the books are good.
That's funny. Oh my lord. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with random. Since we are stuck, we have, I think, 5 different tracks that have 2 votes each, so random it is. Twisting a Tumble has been selected. Average time to finish this one, pretty short, 1 minute and 34 seconds. World record holder did it in 50 seconds. We have done this one time, took us 1 minute 30, and Cashew 16 holds the Scaryish record with 1 minute and whatever it said. I think it was 1 minute 6. So, let's get that track loaded in. Go ahead and type an exclamation point play if you would like to get your marble on stream. Let me get my thing set up here so I can actually control the camera. And again, whoever wins this gets a free piece of Scaryish merchandise, a sticker, over there at Robin's Quiet Corner. We have 13 marbles in so far. Let's get the rest in. Gonna go ahead and get this thing joined for me. Okay. And get a countdown started. 40 seconds seems good from right now. All right, we got 15 marbles in the stream. Robin's on our Instagram.
Sorry, I'm on our Instagram.
We're up to 16. Let's see if we got everyone that is usually here. It does look like we do have all the usual suspects. Good to see. All right. It's not as hot in this room as it normally is. I'm still sweating balls. So, happy that we're getting to the end of the show because it is intense. Funnels aren't my favorite thing to start off with, but this one doesn't look like it'll be too bad. It also looks like, I don't know, very, very, very red and blue.
Sorry. Just,
You can see Cashew 16's Ghost Ball. It is that oddly colored blue one. We'll see where we are in relation to the world record, although Lucy looks like they made it through first, And let's follow Lucy's ball.
Lucy O.
Is that a riff on Rufio?
No,
From Hook?
like Lucy.
The character from Overwatch. Gotcha. All right, Lucy is definitely in first place, although on the other side it looks like Ghost Dunk is. There's going to be these 2 launchers that launch us into yet another funnel, and then we'll see who comes out in the lead after that. Lucy fucking nailed it right in the middle, just along with everybody else, so I guess it wasn't that great of an accomplishment. Looks like Robin is taking the lead, and David on the other side is now in first place.
Thank you so much to ASB Bunny for subscribing for the 13th month, and they say woo.
Lucy was launched and has now been eliminated. That's how Cashew 16 set the Scaryish record.
Jesus.
They got launched and landed in the perfect spot. I believe David is going to take this victory unless he gets stuck in that high rise. Ooh, he did. So if anyone gets out cleanly, that person is going to be the one who winds up taking the lead. It looks like Spooky Flea might take this.
ASB Bunny said, "Oh, what's
Yep,
funny?
Congratulations, Spooky Flea. You are the victor."
I just reposted your story to our Instagram story. Thank you for joining us.
I've been stuck in this fucking elevator.
ASB Bunny says the style is almost like Borderlands.
Yeah, it definitely has that cell shaded feel to it.
I can totally see that. 5DDZ asks if anyone's watched Lovecraft Country yet.
Not yet.
I didn't know it was out.
To.
We really want to watch it. I'm very curious as to whether or not it's going to be real good.
Spooky Flea takes the win, goes up to 6 points on the season. David is up to 8 points. Glitch is up to 6 points. I Am Beef Trainer is at 7. Laura Ann's in first place with 11 points still. Spooky Flea says, "Yee."
Ghost Dunk says, I'm trying to read the Lovecraft Country book first.
I've heard the book is really good. I have only heard that online. I don't know anyone personally who has read it, so definitely keep me posted, Ghost Dunk. All right. Go ahead and put in your votes for the next track. If we have a tie this time, whatever Spooky Flea voted for, that's why Spooky Flea's name is right there, will be the track we race.
5DD said it's really good.
I really want to see it.
Yeah, I really want to see it too. Let's see. I'm going to vote for a different number this time. Let's do... Cut my life into pieces.
Why does it keep doing that?
You eat with a knife and fork.
Cut with a plastic fork.
Oh, that's better.
All right.
Is it on HBO?
Yeah.
Or okay. We have HBO Max, so we can just...
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, what have I been... I've been watching just trash television lately. Like, I bought the stupid DVD sets for Hanayori Dango, and I haven't seen that since, like, 2001. So, going back to see it again, I'm like, it's so good.
I will say, we have been watching... This is something that I've wanted to do for a long time.
2010, actually.
But we're rewatching Top Chef, the series from season 1. Currently, we're on season 8 or 9. I forget which one. It's the first time they did Top Chef All-Stars, which holds a special place in my heart because I watched most of this season with a friend Courtney of mine, a friend Scott, a friend Sarah, and a friend Ghost Dunk. And we would meet at one person's house and typically watch these episodes. And then before the finale, I'm not sure if it was this season or the one before it, but before the finale, we all had a cook-off. And then we let Courtney's husband, Steve, decide who had the best dish, and it was super fun. Did
you stand by your dish?
I did stand by my dish. I cooked cheesy chicken cheddar potato bacon soup, which was really good. And then Ghost Dunk actually won the night because he cooked. God, I can't remember the protein, but then there was like cheese polenta, and it was so fucking good. Steve was like, "I really like the soup, Adam, but he gave me like a protein and delicious polenta, so Ghost Dunk wins." I was like, "Motherfucker!" And I flipped the table. Not really. That last part's not true.
ASB Bunny says, I wish I had subscribed sooner than 13 months ago. I remember listening to you guys in early 2018. Thank you so much for having listened to us for so long. That is a long time. 52DZ says, just binge watched the Formula 1 series on Netflix. Surprisingly interesting and good. I would totally watch that.
Same too. Same too. Me too. Same here. Fuck. All right, Multi-Lane Madness is going to be our track.
Okay.
Minute 55 on average. World record time 36 seconds. What
Jesus.
the fuck? We did it on average faster. Minute 53. Glitch has the Scaryish record of a minute 36. So let's get in there and get your marbles ready to go.
Glitch says, watch Game Over on Netflix. It's good. I do want to watch Game Over. I think that'd be really cool. I also want to watch the movies that made us. We still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we really need to watch that.
Ghost Dunk says, yeah, I did, baby.
He did. Exclamation point play to get your marble on stream.
He said, yeah, I cheated and used short rib. That's funny. I'm West Virginia says, gonna have to make some broccoli, linguine, Alfredo chicken, and cheese casserole. That sounds really stinking good.
Shout out to Malem who resubscribed for the 10th month. That's me. Using Amazon Prime or Twitch Prime or Prime Gaming or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's right. I took $5 out of Jeff Bezos' pocket and put $2.50 into my own.
I use my subscription for an artist that I really like named Gilles Bone. GILLESBONE. I love his channel. He's so good, so talented, and he's like one of the nicest people. And anytime like I talk to him, he always helps me with art stuff, and I'm just very thankful. And so I like to subscribe to him and support someone else with my free money.
I like to support other people as well. I support Huskers. He's a Warzone streamer because he has a very positive mindset and a very non-toxic culture, which is a difficult thing for video games in general, but especially for Call of Duty. So yeah, I totally know what you mean. All right, I'm going to give this a 40-second countdown. We have 15 marbles so far. Man, I remember when we were getting 35 marbles, 40 marbles, even like 4 or 5 weeks ago. I know things are crazy right now, but those are the days. Just saying.
Ghost Dunk actually posted the recipe that he used.
You fucker, you taught me 10 years later.
Glitch says, damn it, Adam, you can't be the stream boss.
That's so funny. Oh my god, did I take over? Take that,
what
everyone.
An asshole.
All right, because I'm the stream boss, I get to call whatever I want at the end of the show. Robin Chaserhead. Not really. It doesn't work like that. We have to set up the thing beforehand. All right, we're getting down. Last 10 seconds. Exclamation point play if you want to jump in.
I need to do my nails. I haven't done my nails in so long.
And away we go. All right, we got our Plinko machine, and then living up to its lane. Damn it. Name Multi-Lane Madness will split us up into, it looks like, 5 different tracks. And we'll see who comes out on top. Cat Beatrix, actually Phazon, myself, 52DZ, and Glitch are our top 5. 52DZ said, fuck this shit, and launched herself.
Nope.
Off the map, RIP. Cat Beatrix is in first place. I look like I'm in second place in a completely different track. David has fallen off the map as well. And it looks like we have a few failure to launches back there. Let's follow Cat Beatrix and we'll go back.
52DZ said, yeet.
That's good.
We need to finish editing that Wings video.
We need to watch it because we got it sent to us by Liz. And we need to see if there's any additional edits that need to be done.
There are.
ASB Bunny has fallen off as well. We've had several eliminations. Valley Grills tried to take a shortcut to hell and was very successful. Cat Beatrix is really making a run on this record time with Glitch. The record-setting pace by Glitch right back there. I'm also right behind in case there's a mistake made. I might be able to take the win. I Am Beef Trainer is right behind me. Who was that? Actually, Phazon that just fell off. And then current Glitch Graham is behind me as well. Ghost Dunk is finally starting to catch up, taking that center track, though, so you might be able to get to the end and place respectably. We got 9 marbles left out of the original 15. Who will take the victory? Looks
Glitch
like
is pretty close there. Oh, no, that's the ghost ball.
So Cat Beatrix is most likely going to win. Yeah, Cat Beatrix takes the win, but not the record. I will come in second. Glitch is third. I Am Beef Trainer fourth. And Laura Ann is fifth. We'll watch the rest of you folks trickle in for some season points. And then we'll go from there. Cat Beatrix, I don't know how many you have in your backlog right now, but I'm pretty sure you need like one of every sticker. So you should probably let us know which ones you want. And how many we owe you at this point.
I got the Nessie stickers in. I'm so excited about that. I have like Patreon merch for patrons lined up for a few months, so I'm super stoked. I do need to order the acrylic charms soon so that I can have them for you guys in time for the fall season, because I want to mail them out in a couple months.
Cat Beatrix says, is this the first of the season for me? It is.
New season.
You go up to 8 points. You didn't notice that when the points reset. I'm at 6. Glitch is at 9. I Am Beef Trainer is at 9. Laura Ann goes up to 12. Spooky Flea is at 7. And notably, David is at 8.
Dang.
Pretty good. Cat Beatrix says, anyway, I'm emailing you right now so I don't forget again. Sounds good. Let us know which ones. Type an exclamation point merch if you need the link. That'll take you to all of our stores. Go to Robin's Kawaii Corner and check that. So right on. Okie dokie artichoke. Thank you so much for tossing that in there. The Robin Grace, we appreciate you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's
so,
me.
Fun stuff. Let's get us back to the normal camera. I'm going to get this thing shut down.
Also, I want to remind everybody... Oh, wait. I guess I can wait until we go back to the normal
Oh, we
stuff.
need to be recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes, please wait then. All right. Okay. Turn that off. Scooch it out of the way.
Okay, you ready?
Okay. Ready.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for Storytime. We are so thankful that you take the time out of your day to listen to all these stories that our fellow spooky friends actually take time out of their day to write and send to us. You guys are absolutely awesome. I do want to give everybody a reminder that at the end of the month, there will be a Patreon giveaway. So if you folks aren't patrons yet, you can go over to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. They're monthly donations, but it does start at $1, and with $1 you get ad-free episodes, which is not a bad deal.
And early access to all of our content. It's only $4 a month. That's less than a candy bar and a vending machine nowadays. Just saying.
And so if you're a patron on the last day of August, the 31st, there will be a drawing. Adam will do all that fun stuff, and whoever he randomly draws out of the group will be sent a Scaryish mug. So if you guys want one of those, head on over patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Thank you.
Indeed. If you have a story you'd like to send our way, we would love to hear it. We would love to read it. If you don't want us to read it on the air, but you would just like to tell someone about it, we do get those from time to time. We totally understand. Sometimes you just want to tell someone, hey, this happened. I don't want to feel like I'm crazy. We completely understand. You can reach out to us with those as well. You can email storytime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com, and click on Contact Us. There's a form there. Just fill it out. It's super simple. It comes directly to us. Or you can hit us up on any of our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/Scaryish Podcast. Twitter is @ScarayishPod, and Instagram is @Scaryish Podcast. We would love to hear from you. And there's one more way you can donate, which is just a one-time, one-shot donation. It's not a monthly transaction. Robin, how can they do that?
You can go to coffee, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are all one-time donations. And anything you folks donate to us, whether it be through Patreon or through the streams or through coffee, it all helps us keep making more content, gives us a little bit more time to focus on Scaryish stuff and being able to upgrade our studio setup and, you know, get new technologies when things die and stuff like that. And we really couldn't be here without you guys. So thank you, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you for all your support. We felt it, especially this month. When we took some time off, we put out the Scene Missing preview because of the stuff that we had going on in our lives. It means the world to us that you folks are there for us, and it really does mean a lot to us when you let us know that we've been there for you somehow inadvertently by putting out this silly show. So it's an amazing community that's built up around us, and we just can't say thanks often enough. So thank you one last time. I think that's everything we have for Storytime number 133, I think it was. So, Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.